The WNBA announced the Rookie of the Year, and it goes to Caitlin Clark. And the Caitlin Clark fans are outraged because she wasn't unanimous. They are upset that Angel Reese received one of the votes and thought that she should have been unanimous. But before we get off into today's podcast, tell a friend to tell a friend. Well, guys, the WNBA has announced their Rookie of the Year winner, and it goes to Caitlin Clark. And that's no secret. Caitlin Clark came on strong after the Olympic break. She went on a run, put her team in position to move up in the playoff standings. They went all the way from 8 to 7 to 6. So she did some tremendous things in the second half of the season. She raised her scoring average. Also, she raised her assist total as well, but she never was really able to get her turnovers down. On the other sense, at the start of the season, Angel Reese was right there with her. It was neck and neck. That's why the debate was strong. That's why the debate was heavy. That's why people was talking about it, because it was no clear-cut favorite to who that Rookie of the Year winner was going to be. Now, it was people saying that, they would give the nod to Angel Reese. A lot of people was giving the nod to Caitlin Clark. But in my opinion, like I stated before, it was a close race early in the season. But then what happened at the second half of the season, the Chicago Skies came out after the Olympic break. They wasn't playing so well, but Angel Reese was still, putting up the same numbers, getting her double-doubles. But Caitlin Clark was impacting winning. And like I said, I came on here before and said, if I had to vote at the time that I was voting, because Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky was in that 7th slot in the WNBA playoffs, and the Fever was in the 8th slot, I would have to give the nod to Angel Reese because of the fact that she was impacting winning. But then a week later, things turned. We talked about it again. I said if I had to make a vote now, Caitlin Clark would be the Rookie of the Year because she's impacting winning, because they jumped up over the Chicago Sky in the playoff standing. Now, see, what happened was when they announced that and she didn't get unanimous, oh my goodness, these Caitlin Clark fans and these YouTube content creators, they're crashing out, talking about she was robbed, highway robbery. Why come she didn't get unanimous Rookie of the Year vote? Well, if you here to tell me that Caitlin Clark should have been unanimous, then you don't watch basketball. Because how are you going to be unanimous Rookie of the Year when that race was close the whole first half of the season, and we didn't know which way it was going to go? It could have went either way. And then in the second half, like I stated, Caitlin Clark, started doing some things, helping Indiana to win ball games, and they turned their season around after the Olympic break. So just off of a second half of the season, you can't just automatically be unanimous. She got the Rookie of the Year trophy, rightfully deserved. Congratulations to her. Kudos to her. We tip our cap. But at the same time, these Caitlin Clark fans and these YouTube content creators, man, they got to stop that. I'm here to talk about it today. I wasn't going to talk about it, but somebody sent me a message and said I need to talk about it. They would love to hear my opinion. So that's why I'm on here today. But at the same time, we just got to tip our cap to Caitlin Clark for bringing home that Rookie of the Year trophy. And Angel Reese deserved more than one vote. In my opinion, she deserved more than one vote. I mean, I don't think Caitlin Clark was the unanimous, Rookie of the Year runaway, because at no point in time it was a landslide. So, they produced an article today from Bleacher Report, and this is what Bleacher Report had to say. Caitlin Clark wins the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year award. Angel Reese receives 1 vote. Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark was 1 vote away from being unanimous Rookie of the Year winner. The WNBA announced the voting results Thursday. Clark received 66 first-place votes. The lone outlier went to Chicago's Sky's Angel Reese. The Rookie of the Year race wasn't necessarily over before the season began, but Clark opened with the large lead on the competition thanks to the hype she carried into her pro career. Expectations were through the roof following her legendary run at Iowa. For a brief period, Reese arguably overtook Clark and put herself atop the rookie leaderboard. The 6'3" forward reeled off 15 straight double-doubles to set a WNBA record, while the Sky, who many pegged to be one of the league's worst teams, were on track to earn a playoff bid. Caitlin Clark said, "I'm incredibly honored to be named Rookie of the Year, but more than that, I'm grateful to everyone that supported me throughout this past season, my family, my friends, my teammates, and the Fever organization, and everyone that cheered us on all season." Clark said, "I'm so proud of what we accomplished, and I'm so excited for what the future holds." Reese continued to be a double-double machine, but missed Chicago's final 6 games thanks to a wrist injury. The Sky going 2-12 to finish out the campaign and missing the postseason didn't help her Rookie of the Year candidacy either. The Fever, meanwhile, were still digging themselves out of a hole that they dug thanks to a 1-8 start. Clark's performance mirrored that her team, and she encountered the natural difficulty that she can come with the jump from the college to the WNBA. The pendulum shifted firmly in Clark's favor after the midseason break for the Summer Olympics in Indiana. Fever 14 games, she averaged 21.1 points, 8.9 assists, and 5.4 rebounds. She also shot 43% from the field and 37% from beyond the arc. Clark would wind up setting the league's single game and single season assist record with 19 and 337 respectively. She also became the first rookie in WNBA history to post a triple-double and pull off that feat twice. The 6-foot guard had a historical significant rookie season, and now she has the hardware to prove it. Now there you have it. Now Bleacher Report, they wrote up a nice article giving praise to both of the young ladies, stating that at no time that it was a landslide and was a runaway. And then they also, pointed out that Angel Reese was atop of the rookie leaderboard at one point. So for these fans of Caitlin Clark and these YouTube content creators to go on record to start making content, crashing out, talking about she was robbed and things like that, I mean, that's oblivious. Bleacher Report wrote that article so eloquently, man. They stated that Angel Reese, at one time, she was the Rookie of the Year leader. And then what Caitlin Clark did after the Olympic break, that can't go unnoticed. She came out on a tear after that Olympic break, after she went to the post-game conference before they started after the Olympic break, saying that she needed that time away. Her legs feel better. It was time for her to get off her feet. Now she had fresh legs, and it showed in her play after the Olympic break. So like I said, man, kudos to Caitlin Clark for that Rookie of the Year hardware. But see, that's what I'm talking about. Bleacher Report gave praise to both women without hating on the other or undermining the accomplishments that the other candidates had. So there you have it, man. These Caitlin Clark fans, it's not all Caitlin Clark fans. Like we got to clear that up now. It's not all Caitlin Clark fans. It's these YouTube content creators on social media that are crashing out and creating their own narrative because their girl did not get unanimous Rookie of the Year, trophy. They say that, she's the next Steph Curry, and, Steph Curry got unanimous MVP one year, and they thought Caitlin Clark was going to get unanimous. But, kudos to you, Caitlin Clark. Much success going into the, future. But at the same time, man, these YouTube content creators of Caitlin Clark, man, they need to be stopped. So you guys let me know what y'all think about today's podcast. It's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces. And remember, before you go and put your shoes on and you leave out the door, do me a favor, give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications on so you'll know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. And we out of here. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Droppin' podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.